Hey everyone, Paul Johnson from Waconia, Minnesota, and also part of the Laughing Trout Fly Tying Club. Today I'm going to be tying a crazy little fly. It's called TP's Little Caddis Thing. And so this is a pattern from Lund's Fly Shop in River Falls, Wisconsin. I'm not 100% sure if it's a proprietary fly from them. I did do a little Google search on it and did find a a little caddis thing out there, kind of the same fly. But anyway, it's available at Lund's Fly Shop and kind of a cool little thing. So it's tied on a size 16 1XL long dry fly hook. It's really CDC. So the abdomen is a CDC feather that's wrapped around the hook shank. The wings are CDC feathers that are folded over. The other ring is 3 CDC feathers. The antenna is some pheasant tail fibers, and then there's just a little collar of some natural fur dubbing. So let's see how this is going to go for us today. Size 16, 1XL long dry fly hook. Just adjust the camera just a touch here. I've got a spool of 14-aught dark brown thread. Tan would be fine as well. I started my thread about the 2/3 point on the hook shank and just laying a thread base back down to the bend. Now I have a single CDC feather, and I'm going to I look for a little bit longer feather, and I pull it down, and then I'll catch it with my thread, pull it through just a little bit further, then I'll further secure that with my tying thread up to that 2/3 point on my hook shank. And we'll use my rotary feature on my vise, so throw a 1/2 inch in there, and then hang it from the bobbin cradle. And hopefully this doesn't get too crazy on the camera. And if you've got some of these long fibers sticking out, that's just fine. Okay, so I'll capture that with my tying thread, kind of just lift everything up, come in here and snip off that excess. Okay, now those wings, what I do is I take a single CDC feather, bumping everything here. If you can see, I pull everything back, and that's where I'm going to tie that in. So just a gathering wrap of tying thread, and I'll come back and I'll trim the tips off even with the other side. So I'm just going to come in here and get the butt end of that feather cut off, and then we'll repeat the same process on the far side. Cut that butt end of that feather out of there, and then I'll come in and clip these off even for the legs, or kind of the outriggers. Now I've taken 3 CDC feathers, and this is going to be the main wing, and just kind of matched them up as best as I could. What I do look for is a little bit of variation, so I have one that maybe is just a little bit darker than the other 2 feathers, and just to give a little bit of a contrast. Come in and I'll lift the butt ends out of there and snip those off clean. And if you got some of these CDC fibers hanging down, that's just fine. Just going to give the fly more movement in the water. So now I've got a single pheasant tail fiber, and I'll just capture that with my tying thread, a couple loose wraps, get it in position. That looks pretty good. And then on the far side, I will do the same thing. And here I just want to capture it with my tying thread, a couple easy wraps, and then I can pull that to match the length of the antenna on my side of the hook. Got those tied down good. Let's come in and clip off the remaining part of that we don't need. And then I've just got some natural fur dubbing, light hairs mask. And we're just gonna put a really fine dubbing noodle on here. We're just creating a little bit of a thorax. And then I'll just lift those antennae out of the way. Come in here and do some, I'm going to do some half hitches. You can whip finish whatever you're most comfortable with. Got my tying thread, and then we just need to get those antennae back in place. And there we have it. The teepee's little caddis thing. So all this CDC, this thing is going to float all day long until a fish eats it. And then you're going to have to take a little bit of care to dry it off and fish again. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.